Let's go to Ali, who's a Manchester United fan. Ali.
Good evening, Jason. Good evening, Jamie.
Ali.
I'm really lost for words, to be honest. And that previous caller even made it worse for me. I mean, I'm lost for words. I really don't know what to say. I was just going to call to say it's a disgrace that, Harry Maguire is being booed. I mean, how can you boo a player who was part of a team that took England to the World Cup semi-final and to the Euro final? He's never put a foot wrong for England. How does it help when you boo a player? It doesn't really. I'm a United fan, and we've suffered this season a lot. I agree. It's not just down to Harry Maguire. The whole team is playing very poorly. Harry Maguire is used as a scapegoat. As there's a witch hunt on him, and I agree totally that Harry Maguire has had a poor season, but he's never put a foot wrong for England. He's always played really well for England. So I'm just lost for words. I don't understand the mindset of some of these fans. Why, even United fans, really surprised that United fans are booing Harry Maguire. Yeah. When these players play for the countries, I look out for United players, and they represent our club too. Every single player that plays for their country, I look out for United players, and I hope they do well because they're playing for our club too. And I don't understand the mindset. One thing I would say with regards to Harry Maguire, last defender, when he makes some mistakes, he gets absolutely criticised for it. But there's players out there missing chances. They never ever get anywhere near criticism. Same thing as goalkeeper. Goalkeeper makes some mistakes. He's to blame for everything. But the whole team's to blame, not just one player. I'm just lost for word at some of these fans. I just really don't know.
I absolutely agree with you, Ali. Thanks for your call. Let's go to Todd, who's a Liverpool fan. Todd, good evening.
All right, Todd.
How you doing, boys? You all right?
Yeah, all right, Todd. Go on, you want to talk on Maguire?
Yeah, well, that's what I have to say, really.
Go on.
I'm not a massive fan of him, but I think it's disgrace how he's getting booed.
Yeah.
All these fans at the Euros were cheering him, whatever, weren't they? Chancing his name.
Well, he's been one of our best players. He's been a consistent performer for England every week. And you see Gareth Southgate come out, was very strong on it. He doesn't understand it.
Well, do you know what the main problems is?
Cool.
Social media.
Yeah, there are a lot of sheep that they go there and just influenced by social media. There is.
There isn't there?
Yeah, there is. And it's a pylon. It has become utterly ridiculous.
Yeah, it really has. All right, Todd, thanks for your call. Let's go to Ben, who's a Spurs fan. Ben, good evening. Ben.
Right, Ben.
Good evening. How are you?
All right. Yeah, we're good, Ben. Go on. You want to talk on England tonight?
Mate, Bellingham, just for Southgate to say there this evening that he was a great, he plays the number 10 and the number 8, sort of states how much of an impact that lad has on the game. And I don't know what they have over there in the blood at Dortmund, but they seem to be bringing on good young players, don't they? I think at the moment.
He was bred over here. Let's get that right.
Mate, well, he was. He's been trained over there. He's learned his game there, isn't he? Because he doesn't get a chance. That's part of, I think, the problem here in the Premier League. We don't give our young players a chance. Conor Gallagher, he goes back to Chelsea. Mm-hmm. Does he rot there? Will he get into that side over Kante? Or
I think you make a good bet. I think you make a really good point there, Ben. You're seeing it now with players. You're seeing Tammy go over playing abroad. Jude's gone over and playing abroad because they get more of an opportunity to play on the big stage and play in big games. And I think you're right. Conor Gallagher goes back to Chelsea. I don't know if he gets in that team. I don't think he plays.
It's a hard team to get into, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? He'll have to fight and work his way.
He's playing for England.
Yeah, but right, you also need... See, Chelsea could have kept hold of Livramento, right? Had Chelsea known what's going to happen to Reece James, out for the rest of the season with his knee injury, he'd have played a lot of games. I think if Conor comes back, he'll play more than you think. I don't think he naturally starts, but I think there's a chance he could work his way. It's quite... He got competitive. You got Kovacic in there, you've got Jorginho and N'Golo Kante.
Yeah.
He's played a lot Ruben Loftus-Cheek this season. I wonder whether he might be the one that moves on.
Ben, question for you. As a Spurs fan, Harry Kane, just on the World Cup next year. Now, as a Spurs fan, he picks up injuries throughout the season.
He does.
That's one thing that I'm a little bit worried with is the World Cup is mid-season. And if we lose him, I think we've got a big problem.
Yeah, I do as well. But, he normally hits form November, doesn't he, as well? And, again, as a complete player, I think that Kane can play that 8, 9, 10 role, and he has done multiple times for Spurs. So somebody like Bellingham to come in and support him, and I think somebody earlier on did compare him to Gerrard, and I think Gerrard's my personal all-time favourite player. Someone like that behind Kane, I think, would look really good. And, I think with Kane, if he gets a nice rest in the summer, should come back fighting fit, shouldn't he? Because he plays every game for Spurs, and we rely on him an awful lot. But I think we do for England as well. You know, Ollie Watkins had a good game up there tonight, but he's just not the same level, is he?
No, very few are. That's the problem. You know, some players are irreplaceable, and Kane is in that bracket.
Who would be your midfield two? Rice, obviously, is going to be there. Who would be your guy? World Cup, first game.
I liked what I saw tonight. I'd like to see how that develops. It's 8 months to the World Cup.
But there's not a lot of England games there.
No, there's not. But right now, I did like what I see. But some caller made the point earlier saying he worries for Henderson. I think you do need... He just said that, Southgate, didn't he, about you can't win the World Cup without having plenty of experience and caps at the back. I think the same does go for midfield.